Hi, welcome to everyone's favourite segment, Mailbag. Yes, we're back into it, back in the old lab, and yes, I've decided not to go full background, lab background with the TV monitor now. So I've got a little bit of racking, a little bit of game gear, haven't fully set up yet, lights and audio not perfect, back to using the shotgun mic, and yes, I'm back to having the camera close so I can actually show you stuff on the camera. Brilliant. Let me know what you think. Anyway, today's guest lab is a real-time Cody from Maryland. Cody with a K. Thank you very much. So let's have a squiz here. What do we got? Feel like a weather person. Let's get into it. We've got looks like a big ass monitor up here, but it's just the camera perspective. That's from the microscope, which looks like it's down there. It's just one of those. It looks like is it a USB jobby, so that'd or is that a HDMI out, perhaps? So anyway, I'm doing some PCB design here, some schematic work, nice. Got some sort of switch in. That looks like a Nixie tube clock down there, probably built it himself. Don't know what the big red button does, but I'd love to find out. Old school Sony, one of these monitors, like an actual monitor. That's you know, one of these industrial monitors that they used to use in TV studios and stuff like that. So very nice. Got a color bar graph pattern happening there. Got the WD-40, no wuckers. Looks like with some fume extraction up here. An old PC down here. Some component cabinets. Love the messy bench. Bloody winner. And it's got a whole bunch of hard drives. So doing some serious. Looks like that's a rack of hard drives, I think, and plugging them into one of those USB docking things. Very cool. Got the Maggie lamp. Is that a genuine Maggie lamp? Not quite sure. And a desoldering station up there. So, sweet. Nice little messy compact bench. Another big red button down there. Wonder what that does. Awesome, Cody. Thank you very much for sending that in. Is it down in the basement? Oh, well, there's trees out there. So, I don't know. We don't have basements here in Australia. It's not really a thing. So, I don't know. Might be partially underground or whatever. Not quite sure, but nice. Sweet. Thanks, Cody. Anyway, first up, had this one for a while. Thank you very much, Todd Noyce from Palmerston North in New Zealand. Hi to all my New Zealand viewers. So let's get stuck into it. Forgot the note on the side. So, yeah, anyway, let me know what you think about the new setup compared to the old one. I think it's going to be better because I can show stuff. I like having the camera close. And can't see much of the bench, though, but that's just, you know, how it is, whatever. So anyway, let me know what you think. Note on the side. You know I don't read the notes first because it spoils it. I don't know what's in these things most of the time, unless there's a description, by the way, which this one does have a description. It says surplus electronics. So for all you surplus fanboys, let's see what... Oh, hang on. Oh, this looks old and crusty. We like old and crusty here on the EV blog. Thank you very much. Well, we can read the note later, but whoa, look at that. There's no real, I can't age that one. There's no real distinct smell to it. I would have expected a smell to that one. I really would have. So let's open it. You can get first dibs. I can't even see on the monitor. Oh, there we go. Transmitter, receiver, sensitive depth angle. Metrotech pipe and cable locator. Cool. A pipe and cable locator for, you know, detecting like copper pipes and stuff, I guess. From Metrotech Corporation in Mountain View, California. I don't know if yours in Mountain View. Everyone's getting out of California, aren't they? So this is the Metrotech Model 480 pipe and cable locator, and there's actually from Mountain View, California, made in the USA, and I don't know if they still sell it or not. You know, it's obviously a really old design. Oh, do we have is that some sort of, no, it's just serial number. Anyway, there's many different ways to actually find and locate pipes, including metal and like PVC pipes as well. I believe there's like techniques for like plastic PVC pipes that use like a vibration method and things like that. But yeah, this one actually uses, this one's designed for metal pipes, and it uses a conductive and an inductive mode. Oh, by the way, you need these things when you're like doing construction and stuff and digging up the ground so you don't dig up like water pipes and electrical cables and other, things. So anyway, conductive mode is where you have access to the pipe externally from the ground. It's sticking out so that you can actually, the conductive pipe, so that you can physically put a clamp on there and actually put the test signal, which for this one I believe is 83 kilohertz, the test signal into that, and then you have a ground stake which you put in, and then you can walk around the ground and wave the receiver, which is this one here. You wave it over the ground and then it can inductively pick up the signal coming from the pipe underground. But if you don't actually have physical access to the pipe, you can use what's called inductive mode, and you actually just sit this box on the ground and it generates a magnetic field which then penetrates through to the ground. I believe this one can go up to 20 feet in practice, 20 feet depth. Then the signal is inductively coupled to the conductive pipe underground, and then you use the receiver in the same way. But of course, because you don't have direct access, there's a lot of attenuation when, especially the deeper the pipe goes, then your reception level is going to be really poor. So that really, you only use the inductive mode if you're absolutely desperate and if you don't physically have access to hook this, to clamp onto the pipe under test. So anyway, we have a power, and I like that. Hang on, I'll show you down here. This has got the same one, I think. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. I wish this was Feel-O-Vision. That is fantastic. Love that. Anyway, got some headphones. Depth angles missing. Don't know why. Sensitivity, range, low, medium, high. And a beautiful analog meter on the receiver there. That's great. I love it. Anyway, the actual receiver, the reason that it comes apart in two bits like this is because, well, this sits on the ground and it can be connected up via a cable to do your conductive mode, the clamps and things. Your clamps that obviously come in there, but we don't have them. And the receiver, the reason it has a carry handle on it, or they both have carry handles, is because you carry this around and you put it on the ground and you sweep it like this, like back and forth, and hopefully, I think you can do it other ways as well. You can go like that, but this would be like the easiest way. So you walk around and you'd hear it like beep, and then like it'd get like louder as you actually as you get closer to the cable. So you wander around and you can walk around the ground and follow the cable like that. Just follow the signal. So yeah, it's an inductive pickup system. Nice. And check this out, they don't make the batteries like that anymore. The ever-ready battery for electronic applications need a 1603, number 276 for those playing along at home. Oh my goodness. Anyway, it's really hard to get that out of there. So anyway, let's whip out all this. There ain't much in it, folks. Look at that. Made in the United States of America. There's just... just the terminals in there. Let me open this. There we go. It just had the terminals in there like that. Somebody's taken out the cells. Oh, wow. That's terrible, Muriel. And as for the main board here, you can still see the original hand-soldered flux residue. Well, why they got this second board, which looks like it's got a huge conformal coating over it. Anyway, there's not much in it. A couple of caps. That looks like a transformer there, and this over here. Well, that's a trimmer. Oh, this is. I thought, what's going on here? Is this our detection coil? No, look, they've actually got the wires going up, and there's a split in the case. Aha! So they're using the metal outside ring like that. That is the coil. Wow! I expected like huge multi-turn jobs. But no. Wow, that's it. That's the transmitter. So as I said, yeah, I believe it operates at 83 kilohertz or something to that effect, and it's just putting that into that. That's the coil. That's it. Wow, I'm stunned. Oh, but hang on. Check this out. That looks like it's in a valve socket. What the? Wow, well that is really something. Look at that. Have you ever seen a board gunked up as much as that? That is absolutely incredible. Wow. And they're using like an old, that's an old school valve socket. So like, why did they do that? They don't seem to be like replacing of like maybe like an old school design with like single valve design. It doesn't seem to be, and like, but look at what you're replacing it with. You got a big like 14, 16 pin dip and all these passives all around, you know, and a couple of other trannies down there as well. That's just, that's crazy. So yeah, it doesn't seem to be simply replacing a valve. That's incredible. Why the heck you wouldn't just build that onto there, I don't know. Maybe they, you know, different designs, perhaps. They just use that as a, like, maybe for different purposes. They just plug in a different board for different models. Maybe that has to be the reason. Oh yeah, this rubber conformal coating, the good thing about it is that you can just peel it off like that. And it looks like it's done no damage to, like, you know, it's not going to stick. It's just like a rubber conformal coating. Wow. There you go. Anyway, it's an LM324. That's it. And the receiver, they've got the same split design with the contacts down there. So, like, I'm absolutely amazed at that. I would have thought, like, I expected, like, you know, hundreds of turns or something to be able to, like, get enough sensitivity to actually detect this. Oh, there we go. We've got 3 boards. That's interesting. Wow, look at that. And once again, our battery, which is empty. Empty. Wah, 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 wah. Anyway, it is all kind of neat, you know. They've bundled the wires there together and stuff like that. So we've just got, like, that's the big clunking power switch there. So, ka-thump, ka-thump. I mean, it's probably not the best quality thing inside. Who knows? Look, it's just like a folded metal case there. So, you know, I don't know, but it just feels really cool. That's all. And there's our little meter movement down there, and we've got a speaker. It's got a headphone output, and that's it. And we've just got a bunch of boards, and sure enough, it's exactly the same thing going on here. That's it. So I don't know what this is. It's got 4, yeah, it's got 4 wires. Yeah, it's got 4 wires going into it. So some sort of transformer? No. There's absolutely no doubt that this is their version of a board-to-board, like, you know, like a door-to-board type system. There you go. That one's just got, oh yeah, two transistor job. That one there's probably got the matching 324 on it, would be my guess. And that one there, just once again, just a couple, like, that's, yeah. Oh, are they in sockets? I think they're in sockets. It doesn't show up well. Black doesn't show up well on camera. I think I'm going to dub that kinky conformal coating. What do you think? Now, it's interesting to note that this actually uses a high impedance speaker, 100 ohms instead of the usual 8 ohms. This would be to lower the battery drain, higher sensitivity speaker, less power required for a given volume. Yep, 324. Ooh, just feels so kinky. Love it. Well, thank you very much, Todd, for sending that in. That is absolutely fascinating. We haven't had anything like that before, and I'm just stunned at the simplicity of it. Like, especially in terms of, like, the coil. I know, like, the circuitry is pretty much exactly what I expect. I just, you know, didn't expect anything fancy. Just some, you know, op amps and, you know, some transistors and whatnot, and, you know, like, just generating a signal and actually receiving that. And, you know, some filters and stuff like that. But that would be it. I'm just stunned that they went with just a metal loop, a single loop like that. Okay. All you inductive aficionados are going, of course they used a single loop, Dave. You know, because reason X. I'm sure there'll be much debate in the comments down below. Awesome. Thanks, Todd. From Santa Clara, California. From Iridia LLC. It's got a corporate. Oh, no, maybe not. It's, I was going to say, it's got a corporate flavour to it, but the packing material, no. I think it was from Kev. Good on you, Kev. Let's see that. Okay, some padding. A box, a yellow box. Oh, right. Oh, I know. Yeah. It is a commercial one, and it's a little portable fume extractor thing. Yes, they did keep me up on this. Yes, I think it might even be, is it made in the US? Is it made by them? I can't remember exactly. They didn't include a note. I will look it up, and there's an open there, and it's got, well, yes. Okay, so we take out the cardboard. Anyway, got a little squirrel cage jobby in there, and a filter, and I believe it's fairly cheap and like as in not cheaply built. It seems reasonable. Oh, there we go. Seems reasonable quality. But yeah, it's just like a little DC barrel jack, and Bob's your uncle. You whack that in there, and a little portable one for the bench, especially like if you don't have much room under the bench and to get a big funnel over and stuff like that, you can just whack this on the bench, and hopefully it's not too loud, because you know loudness is a problem, especially like me trying to record videos. But that's a good gooseneck. I like that, and I prefer the that was operator error there. There's, you know, it's just there. There's nothing really to hold that in. Yeah, I didn't put it in that tight. There you go. Yeah, I prefer the rectangular ones like that. They've just got a better, yeah, once again, that could come off. But hey, that's pretty neat. It doesn't topple over. If you extend it all the way like that, it does not topple over. So there you go. But yeah, it's not rechargeable. It's just a DC jack, but neat. Let's check it out. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you can't see most of half the stuff on the bottom of the. I think I need to. I don't want to put the camera back any further, and I could take off some of my head, I guess. So let's see how this little jobby performs. You can see that it's yeah, it's got some ceiling surround around there. It's got a nice little custom metal base in there. The cables are all cable tied down. Nice. I mean, there's nothing really in it, and that's basically just a little motor drive, and that's it. Speed controller, and the filter on it is really easy to change. Don't know how much the external filters cost, but it's a two-stage, so it's got the generally, like, you know, those cheap, crappy solder filters will only have this sort of carbon, in quote marks, filter on the front. They're just garbage. I've done videos on that, but this looks like a Heppery type filter, and well worth getting spares, of course, because, you know, if you're doing a lot of soldering, it's going to clog up in no time. But I like that. I like the case. I like the design. Let's give it a whirl. Okay, let's start out by having it a good 30 centimeters above. It's turned on. Oh, on its lowest setting, it really not very loud at all. Well, on maximum, wow. Yeah, that is. That's almost jet engine type. Well, you know, I'm exaggerating, but anyway, got it about 30 centimeters above. So let's put it like halfway, something like that. Let's give it a whirl. Burn some freshies. At 30 centimeters, it really has to be quite over it. But the good thing is that you can just get it fairly close, and oh no, see, it's going to miss it. It really has to be quite over, or on a decent, yeah, there we go, it gets it all now. There you go, swelling up. That's pretty good. That's outside of the line. You can't see that, but that is outside of the line of the nozzle there, and that's sucking it all up. That volume is not too bad at all. Okay, I'll turn my mic around like that, and you're probably hearing what I'm roughly hearing now, and that is quite an acceptable level at halfway. That sound level, like, it's probably not great for video, but for general work, there you go. Whee. It's doing an okay job for such a small head. Yeah, and of course if you turn it right down, so geez, you know, I can barely hear that at all. It still does okay. You'd have to get it fairly close, but even that's still a decent distance away that you can get in there. So that's near silent now. Wow. Well, I think that's doing an okay job. So that's well worth your consideration if, you know, the form factor suits you. Because it may, you know, you may not want one of these big ungainly things on the, like, under your bench and then, like, coming up like this. A lot of people, like, don't have room. Yes, of course, it's no match for, like, the giant size nozzle like this and the greater airflow and stuff like that. But just for little, you know, concentrated work, this one's pretty good. You know, you can't get it like 30 centimeters above, and you've probably got to set on absolute max. So I've got it set to a third there, and it's a nice, like, low level background sort of, you know, fan noise. It's quite nice. Halfway would still be acceptable. You know, you wouldn't use it all day, for example, but if you're just doing a board for half an hour or something like that, that'd be acceptable, but you'd never use it on max. I mean, that's just, I can barely hear myself think. That's just, yeah, crazy. But so yeah, I think that's pretty groovy. It's well worth consideration. It's, you know, reasonably well built, and it suits a niche need. I'll link it in down below. Thanks for sending that one in. So yeah, I'm actually quite pleased with that. I think it's quite neat. I'm actually going to use this as a little secondary one for my, because I'm going to have a second solder setup on my work, like my editing desk, where I'm going to have like a PC-based lab. This is my main soldering bench, but you know, often I might want to just do a couple of joints. I don't want to bring it over to here. I'll just do it sitting at my workstation or whatnot, or I can do, you know, little capture videos there or whatever. And I think this would be perfect for that. So yeah, well worth a look. Link down below. We've got a new lab. Thank you very much, William. Send in a couple of photos. If you are going to send in photos, I believe it's evblogplusmailbag@gmail.com. It's got to have the plus mailbag so it gets into the right folder filtery thing. Anyway, thank you very much, and make them 16:9 aspect ratio so they fit on the screen, because I've had to crop these ones. Anyway, I've got 3 different shots. Let's check this one out. So we've got a couple of Fluke 87s, we've got Der LCR meter, we've got a Fluke scope meter jobby, an old Tektronix job, what's that, a 2445, is it? Can't quite make it out, but we've got one of these digital microscope thingamajibs. We've got old school Weller, look at that, check that out. That's probably one of those GW power supplies, or, you know, one of those brands. Whatever, looks like that looks like a function gen of some description. HP, classic HP meter you've seen me do a teardown of. We've got our paste multimeter, we've got the Maggie lamp again. We've got just another work lamp over here. We've got the component cabinets up the top. Not sure what's hidden back there. Is that some sort of amp or something? And William obviously does BGA rework, because that's a BGA rework station. So it's got the preheater on the bottom plus the hot nozzle on the top. And you can see like a BGA, that's a LCD TV board by the looks of it. So looks like does some BGA rework and stuff like that. So sweet. And there's a bigger overview of it. Got some more component cabinets over to the side. We've got Lone Star, that's a Yankee thing. More component. Had some big ass caps up there. It's been collecting the old caps. Jeez, don't go overboard. And all the leads as well. A lot of people prefer, over the years in various labs I've been in, you know, you hang the wires like that. Probably not going to do that in this lab. I'm not sure about it because I'm still setting it up. So anyway, cool. Thank you very much, William. There you have it. Nice. Oh, and I don't know what that is. It looks like maybe some sort of spectrum analyzer. I don't recognise it off the bat. Some sort of portable analyzer thingy. Hi to all my viewers in Leipzig in Germany, in particular Abe Leipziger. Abe Fruman. Anyway, that's the Sausage King of Chicago. Let's, hands up if you know the movie. Anyway, what on earth is it? Ah! Dr. Livingstone's, anatomy. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, wow, I've had this one a while. So I'm sorry. It is a commercial thingamabob. There's no note attached, but I will link it in. These are very cool. The 500, they're jigsaw puzzles, but not only they're the body anatomy, like this, but they're actually full size. When you put, like, they've got all different parts of the anatomy, but they all fit together. And you can, like, make them into one large, like, human size jigsaw puzzle kind of thing. Absolutely brilliant. School holidays coming up. This will be a school holiday thing for the kids. So that's, we've got the thorax, we've got the abdomen, and the head. Absolutely brilliant. I'll link them in down below. Certified it's a CMI, Certified Medical Illustration. From Meza Shoemaker is a certified medical illustrator. Ooh, studied at Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine. So there you go, she did these things, and yeah, certified, and yeah, they're anatomically correct, they're designed for teaching and things like that, but apparently, if you lay them all out, you can get like all of them, that does the whole body, it's like human size. So they've sent me like, yeah, like some upper, like torso stuff, so the head, you know, torso, and they all like fit together, apparently. So, you know, if you can picture like the head fitting onto the, yeah, so yeah, they all go together and you get the arms and the legs and everything apparently. So these are very cool, very educational things. Dr. Livingston, I presume, Anatomy Jigsaw Puzzle, The Human Head, Volume 1 of 7, 538 pieces for you jigsaw aficionados. There you go. They look like standard size jigsaw pieces to me, so no wuckers, and it all comes like fully annotated. That is fan-freaking-tastic. Well done. A lot of effort's gone into that. So yes, well done, Mesa. Volume 1, The Head, 100% medically accurate. Genius Games proudly presents Dr. Livingston's line of human anatomy puzzles. In this first volume, assemble an accurate cross-cut section that gives you an inside view of the head and neck. Piece together the brain and the thick, bony skull. And made in China, of course. Grown. But anyway, geniusgames.org. Fantastic. I'll link it in down below. That looks great. Opened this one by mistake. Oops. Thank you very much, Opolar. And it's a air duster. It's like a rechargeable air duster thing. They did clue me up on this one. Eco-friendly, strong airflow, portable, and rechargeable, because if you got the like the air duster cans, they don't last a long time. They're expensive, but they're useful. If you turn them an air duster upside down, then it turns into a freezer spray. Pro tip there. So yeah, but very, like, you've got to have some sort of like air duster or something, you know, cleaning out equipment and stuff like that. If you're working on, you know, if you're dumpster diving, getting old PCs and stuff like that, then oh, that goes in there. Oh, okay, right. So that's a, oh, there we go, there we go. That's not bad. That's not too shabby at all. It takes a bit to get up to speed. Wow. I can't, like... Woo! There we go. Oh, that knocks the box off. No wuckers. Great. And there's another nozzle attachment, which is the, like, it's got a little brush thing on top. Is that, I don't think that's like anti-static. I don't think so. I don't think they mentioned that. Anyway, it comes with a micro USB charge lead and air duster, 5 volts, 2 amps, output power 40 watt. So I send like 40 watt nominal motor, I guess 6,000 milliamp hour. There you go. There's all the details. Made in China, of course, but that is neat. Nice and compact. Sit down on your shelf. You know, it shouldn't degrade, you know, lithium-ion battery. It shouldn't, should hold its charge fairly well and then keep it charged up and... Wow. It's probably not right up there with a pinpoint source air duster, but geez, it wouldn't be far off. That looks neat. So the Opolar air duster, it's the CD01C, but this one here says the WHCD01, so I don't know. English manual, rated power 10 watts, set on the back 40 watts. Oh, come on. 33,000 RPM, blowing force. Oh, there you go. Ounces. Okay, I'm not familiar with blow-in force. It's not my speciality. So in the order of like 1 ounce of blow-in force? I don't know. Is that per, like, for a given aperture or size or something? Less than 80 dB noise. Yeah, I'll take its word for it. And yeah, there's not much else you need to know about it. I do like the attention to detail in they've just put an extra, well, it's not a port because it doesn't actually do anything. It's just like a storage location. So you can keep it like nice and compact like that. Shame it doesn't come with like a carry case or something like that. And then you just whack that in there like that. Bob's your uncle. Woo! Yeah. All right, crappy dumpster PC, all with original dust down there, if you can see it. Oh yeah, that looks pretty crusty. Look at that. Let's see if we can get rid of this. Oh, I'm going to regret this, doing this inside the lab, but what the heck, I'm moving out shortly anyway. So, here we go. Whoa! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Whoa! 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 Yeah, I'm going to call that a win. Yeah, that's neat. Oh, no worries. More than good enough. Yeah, and it's really, like, I didn't even, like, blow that only for a few seconds, and it's really gotten rid of all the crap, well, most of the crap off the cables even. So, yeah, that's got more than enough force. Now, if we get these 3 rings off here, and we get the screws, this should come apart fairly easily. Oh, that's the plan. Yep, there we go. We're in. Oh, that actually looks really good, doesn't it? Oh, that's the, whoa, what's going on with the trigger there? That's just to give some force back on the lever. I think that's just to keep that, it sort of, oh no, it's got the plastic thing. It's like it's an insert there, and that gives it its spring, so I don't know why they've bothered with that. Not sure what the deal is, because there's our micro switch. It switches it on. Whoa! It blew its own casing away. Great. Anyway, this looks really well constructed. They got 3 18650s in there. I won't take the pack apart, but you know they'll be like you know, probably the best you can get from the Shenzhen market. And the driver board. Check out that. That looks neat. Got the individual motor wires coming through holes in the board there and going over. They're Celastic down. There's our MOSFET, our 3 MOSFET drivers there. That is great. Wow, you can't really complain about that at all. That is terrific. That's got a lot more in it than I thought it would. What do we got down? Okay, that'd be our battery charger. That's our battery charger I see. I won't bother like showing you all the details, but yeah. That's our motor drive board. Fortior, FU2 6831 driver. Anyway, I like that. That resistor up there is Kamigatsa. Check that out. But you know, it's still there. It's still soldered. No wuckers. So MOSFET, another MOSFET. You can tell by the pinouts. There you go. More MOSFET action, and that's it. But yeah, that's pretty groovy. So that's really impressive. That one definitely gets a thumbs up, but it damn well wanna be because it's 110 Yankee bucks on Amazon. I'll link it in down below. So, you know, it's not something that you'd buy on a whim, but if you're serious about cleaning out gear, it'd pay for itself in next to no time if you're buying air duster cans, because even in bulk, you know, if you're buying those in bulk, like a lot of people, you know, if you're serious, you might have shop air or something like that, but, you know, a lot of people won't have shop air and a big compressor and things like that. So in this case, especially if you've got a little tiny lab, but you do lots of work like this, then, you know, especially like if you're like me and like you take things outside to dust them out, then, yeah, like your shop air is not going to help you outside, is it? So you can just, you know, take your dumpster-find PC outside and take your little charged up air duster like this and just blow the crap out of it. And this looks like really good quality. I'm very impressed by this. It's got more than enough grunt for cleaning out PCs and whatnot. I don't know about like absolute measurements compared to air duster cans or shop air or something like that, but yeah, I'm impressed. I think that's worth every cent. Anyway, thanks Apollo for sending that one in. Thank you very much, Edson Incorporated. I opened this one because it didn't have mailbag written on it. So if you're going to send something, PO Box 7949, Norwest 2153, Australia, not Austria. Thank you very much. So let's have a look at this. This I'm going to like. I've got a genuine solder pullet. They're from Van News in California, and apparently this is like the original hand solder sucker. The designer of this, it's a family-owned business. Sadly, he's no longer with us, but they do have, I'll link in a video. Oh, got a carry bag. Excellent. I do my shopping with carry bags, eco-friendly. But yeah, they've got a great story behind this. This is an original solder pullet desoldering tool. So everything else is an imitation of this one. It was designed. So this is from Julie Fortune, who's the sales and marketing person, but the daughter of the original designer of the solder pullet, who is sadly no longer with us. But I'll link in a video of him talking about the company philosophy and things like that. They still make these in the USA, still a family-run business. And apparently it's the duck's guts. Thank you very much, Julie. My dad was an awesome person. Without him, I truly believe our industry would have suffered. He certainly would have enjoyed watching your spirited and lively personality. Thank you very much.
Edson is celebrating its 50th year in operation, and few people have a better idea of the value and the potential of innovation that encapsulates the very nature of this company than Bill Fortune, founder and chief inventor for Edson Incorporated. Today, we are in the R&D lab at Edson in Van Nuys, California.
Edson is celebrating its 50th year in operation. And I want people to understand what Edson means to you, because you're still here, you're still inventing. We have a larger research and development department, which we're sitting in today. And I want to ask a few questions because we have some special tools that have come out because of our 50th. So describe for us what Edson means to you.
Well, in the early 60s, we got our first patent issued. And since then, we have developed many more products too that follow the same line as the first patent, which was a desoldering tool.
Could you show us the tool that you first invented?
Yeah, it was this deluxe model. This is one of the models, one of the tools that we made in Van Nuys in our garage, and that's where we started the business. It really was, when we first started out, I didn't ever get a patent before, and when they issued one, I thought, this is a major miracle here, get a patent, because then I thought it was smooth sailing from there, but it really was the beginning, and it a kind of a tricky path to be able to develop a patent and to be able to develop a manufacturing process, which we did right here in Van Nuys, and we're still here doing, and that first patent is still our biggest seller right here, and we're keeping jobs local. So,
why do you think people like Edson products?
One reason is most of them don't wear out, and if they do wear out, we have always maintained a repair department, and anybody that buys an Edson product can call Edson and talk to a human being about their problems. And we have been expanding even though the economy has been very soft. And we've noticed too that many countries like China, India, Malaysia has been realized that our products are well made, do the job, and they're buying those even though they have to spend a pretty good penny to get them. So
they recognize the quality.
That. Yeah.
Is where you manufacture important to you?
I like manufacturing here in Van Nuys. We have a group of employees, and some of them have been with us 40 years, and they're hesitant to even retire. But we keep on going, and we like to develop tools that create jobs here, and at the same time, that same tool creates a job where it goes because they can learn to use the tool for how it's to be used in the electronic industry, and they actually have work themselves. So it's a universal situation, and it's good for our customers, and it's good for Edson.
Thank thank you very much, Julie. Designed and manufactured. This is like the original solder sucker. Yeah, I've never had one. Like, I've seen them, but I've never actually had one or used one. So I don't know like how many. This is the 017. There's the 017 LS, which is static safe. Okay, so this is not the static safe version. They make a black static safe and another one which has static safe with additional conductive plating. Okay, so this is the standard one. So, oh geez, that took a bit of force, and here we go, here we go. Oh, nice, beautiful. Hang on. Ah, yeah, that's got a lot of suction. That really sucks. That feels absolutely fantastic. Oh, the action of that. I wish this was Feel-O-Vision. That just feels really freaking good. That just, the action, oh, so much force required, which means, oh, it's gonna suck a lot. Let me tell you. Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. So how do you actually clean this thing? Oh, hey, it's just like a quarter turn like that. And it's got the gigantic spring in there, big O-ring around like that. And wow, it's all greased up, ready to go. Oh, beautiful. Oh, yeah. So yes, I am a fan of the handheld solder suckers. It's, you know, like you can just you don't need any bench space for a proper unless you're doing like tons of stuff. If you just want a couple of joints, you don't want to have to wait for your thing to heat up and takes up space on your bench, you know, if you've got a proper gun type one with the station and everything. And no, just the handheld ones are great. You know, you just need to desolder a couple of through hole parts. And oh, that is sex on a stick. I like that. So designed by Bill Fortune, they had their 50th anniversary in 2011, so it's almost getting towards 60 years that this design has been around. And, oh, I've already pumped that, so... Oh, and it feels like there's so much force in that. It just feels really fantastic. So anyway, let's give it a whirl and see what's what. This is a single-sided, typical, big through-hole single-sided board, which should be pretty easy for it. I hate soldering on camera. Everything's at the wrong angle and everything. So anyway, let's give it a go. Let's desolder this connector here, shall we? Let's give that a go. So let's heat that up. Oh, we've got I should have used that fume extractor. All right, let's give it a whirl. Wow, look at that. Oh, beautiful. Oh, fantastic. Look at that. Okay, let's salvage these two big caps, can we? Let's give it a whirl. Sometimes you want to put some fresh solder. Get that in there. Oh, sweet. A little bit left on there. There's a bit of an art to this. Oh, wow, look at that. That worked a treat. And we can just salvage that bad boy. There you go. Look at that, Nippon Chemicon. Oh, that's definitely going in the junk bin, as in the good junk bin, the parts bin. Or as we say here in Australia, straight to the pool room. Okay, but how does it handle a multi-layer board? This is not double-sided. This is a 4-layer jobby. So let's suck out these big caps here. Wow, fantastic. Woohoo! Oh, the cap already fell out. You got to question whether that one was worth it. Let's get some relays. And the thing with this is you don't have to operate it with your hand. You can keep, I'm still holding my soldering iron. It's turned upside down and wham, like that. And she's good to go. And there you go, we have desoldered a perfectly good relay. Japanese jobby, we can whack that in the parts bin too. Fantastic. This thing is working a treat. It works better than the old, I've always had a Tandy / Radio Shack one. It's just you're probably familiar with it, the blue cylindrical metal tube with the thumb depression on it. I like this one better. It sucks better. And although we haven't done much soldering, let's just take that apart. And there we go. We can just clean that out. No wuckus. And it comes with some spare Teflon tips as well, which is fantastic. I assume they come standard. Anyway, that is the Solder Pullet. I'm going to put the I in there, the Solder Pullet Deluxe Desoldering Tool, the model DS017. As I said, you can also get a static safe version of this one. But, you know, I like... So yeah, if you have strict static requirements, you'll probably go in for the even more deluxe model with the ESD model. But this is absolutely fantastic. Hats off to Bill, who's Bill Fortune is sadly no longer with us. But it's fantastic to see a product like this, still made in the USA, still family-owned business, and now run by his daughters, who are running the company. Absolutely fantastic. So that's well worth spending your coin on. I don't care how much it costs. Every lab should have one. Fantastic. Thumbs up. So that's another mailbag. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and let me know what you think. Is this a preferable form factor? Even though I don't like there's some space down here. I don't like that there's unused space. I don't know if you've got ideas how I can jazz this thing up, or do you prefer the screen and the camera way back? Means I can't just like hold stuff up to the camera like that. And I think, let me know. Anyway, yeah, the angle, all sorts of things. Still working on, haven't done the lights, haven't done the audio, using the shotgun mic, which is about 1 meter away. Rule of thumb, by the way, if a shotgun mic's over 1 meter or 1.5 meters tops away, especially indoors like this, it's gonna suck. Anyway, thank you to everyone who sent in something to today's mailbag. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to me. You don't have to watch me on YouTube. You can watch me on my RSS podcast feed on my own website, evblog.com. You can check me out on LBRY. LBRY have just released a new platform called Odyssey. It's just like a bit more user-friendly YouTube alternative. The existing LBRY login, LBRY.tv still works. It's just anyway, I'll link it in, odyssey.com. It's just released, so leave feedback for them. I'm on the BitChutes and I'm on the Vimeos and I'm on the... Oh, there's a brand new one. It's just starting up. Leave feedback for them. Seems pretty good. It's got like a subscription model, and also all my content's free though. All my videos are coming over. I've got like 700 over there already or something like that. Anyway, all the different platforms, link down below, the forum, you know the business. Catch you next time.